It's 6 p.m. late in the evening at Lakisama Estate, one of the many suburban wards at the outskirts of Nairobi city. Most young men are going back home after a long, tough day of trying to make ends meet despite the current tough economic times and high cost of living in Kenya. One of these young men is the 24-year-old GLEN MANCINI, a resident of this densely populated estate. GLEN is a creative artist who spends most of his time drawing walls, rocks, and open spaces. GLEN MANCINI has a very rare talent of using paint and brushes to bring life to rocks and open nature. As a gifted street graffiti artist, GLEN MANCINI has painted the portraits of some of the country's greatest men and women, including our international football icon Michael Olunga, legendary kickboxer Conjestina Achieng, as well as the former president Mwai Kibaki. As much as GLEN's great talent has not been discovered by the world, his heart is full of hope and the desire to keep trying. Through this once-in-a-lifetime talent, GLEN MANCINI hopes that one day the country will discover him and help him tell his unique story. I recently visited GLEN at his place at Lakisama, where we discussed his life, his hopes and desires, and what the future has in store for him. GLEN, the artist, talks to Socrates. GLEN, many thanks for creating time for us here at the CEO Today show.
Pleasure.
You're doing a very good work. I would wish that you introduce yourself to those who are watching us today, and tell us, where does your story start from? Where did you study, and at what age did you realize that you are a graffiti artist in Kenya?
Okay, my name is GLEN MANCINI, aka Sini Daktari wa Ukuta. I'm a graffiti visual artist. I studied, like primary MM Chandaria, that is Baba Dogo. I did my high school at Brainiac High School. Nilijua naweza do graffiti at a younger age. That was like 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
GLEN, many people think that street graffiti is close to hooliganism, that people who do street graffiti are not good people. What's your comment on that?
First and foremost, I'm a very peaceful man, so I can tell for sure.
Okay. GLEN, recently we saw that the State House of Kenya hosted very many artists.
Sure.
Were you invited as one of the best artists who does street art?
I won't say I was invited, but I was aware of the information of the event going on. But ningefurahi sana kuwa hapo.
Upon the invitation of some of our friends, I was able to, tour the entire Lakisama. I've seen that you've done a lot of art around the neighborhood.
Sure.
You've immortalized the legendary professional footballer that is Michael Olunga. You've also immortalized professional kickboxer Conjestina Achieng. But most importantly, GLEN, you've immortalized former president Mwai Kibaki, may his soul rest in peace. But unfortunately, the government is yet to discover you. If the Ministry of Sports and Arts is watching, what's your word to them today?
My word is that consistency is the key, and tunajituma sana huko nje so that the government inaweza recognize young artists and young creatives coming through. So tunadu yote ndio tupate platform and watupatie kushikana pia mkono is the main key in our society.
So far you've not received any sort of assistance from anyone from the work you're doing?
So far not yet. But nashukuru sana, there are some folks na respect wanashika mkono, major graffiti artists, and I'm really grateful to them.
GLEN, I've also heard that everything you do is from your own pocket. And sometimes doing business in Nairobi can be very difficult in terms of regulations, kanjo, paperwork. Huwa unasumbuliwa ukifanya hii kazi yako ya graffiti?
Yeah, most of the times I do kwa sababu I'm just a young creative trying to come up. Sometimes maybe the client, hiyo pesa itoshei for me to get the papers right for the city council stuff. So you have to do it the other way. So challenges ziko,
Okay.
and it's just a plea to the government that want to create more space for the creatives out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glenn, I want to understand your creative process as a person.
Yeah.
Though it's not in my place to do that.
Okay.
Your time ukishika your paintbrush and your spray.
Yeah.
Unataka ku make a rock ikue mortal.
Yeah.
Unataka kuweka something cool pale. Do you first draw it so that you copy from the little drawing, or as it comes to your mind, you are able to spray life into a rock?
Yeah, most of the artists do sketch first, so that wanaweza do their piece art, their masterpiece kwa the surface, provided that is either the rock, the wall, or canvas. But as for me, I like to do it freestyle, depends on the inspiration, because most of the times unaweza pata a fan hapo nje ako like, yeah, we need something like this and this to the society. So I'm like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. Yeah.
Glenn, I want to ask you a very difficult question.
Yeah.
Yesterday I read somewhere that a fellow artist who does street graffiti sold a rock portrait for 14 million in London.
Yeah.
That is maybe because they have been discovered.
Yeah.
What's your special message to either the private sector or the government in terms of people like you who are right here at the rural Nairobi?
Yeah.
How do you want to be assisted so that the world can discover this talent that you have?
Yeah, hey, that's a tricky question for sure, but it's supposed to be. So to the government, discovery is a major key to creative sector.
Yeah.
So creating platforms for us, like creating art centers, so artists can interact and do this and do this. Naweza shukuru sana. Mostly pia materials zina cost and undermine probably quality stuff and maybe pricing, because street art nado kwa my pocket. So the government naweza shukuru if wakitupatia that space and humble platform, inaweza kuwa poa sana to the society.
Glenn, umefanya kazi nzuri sana for Michael Olunga. He's now a very big professional footballer in the Middle East.
True.
We've seen the work you've done. Has he reached out to you?
Not yet, but I had a reach out.
Okay.
But not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I also had the opportunity to tour the expansive Lakisama estate and asked some of the residents of what they thought about GLEN MANCINI's work and what they are doing to support one of their own. I was also privileged to meet some of the men and women who have drawn great inspiration from GLEN's work and how his creativity is slowly but surely transforming urban landscapes into everlasting stories.
Okay, my name is Boniface. I'm a resident of Lakisama Estate. I've been here for quite some years now, and I got captured by the art that has been done on so many walls in Lakisama by Sini Daktari Okuta. He has done good work. I know I'm not the only one being entertained here in Lakisama. All the residents here, they can bear me witness. We shall be visiting some of his works everywhere. He does it for passion. But when I came across this art, this gate, I felt that this is someone who needs to be recognized. We need to tell his story. And that's why I contacted the CEO today, and they came along. They took us along, and they were here, and they are covering this story for everyone to see, and for anyone who can come, who can tag along to support this talent. We call them to contact us. And again, I want to start by thanking the leadership of Lakisama, starting with our able MCA, Mr. Rinko. We know that Lakisama is a very peaceful place. We know Lakisama, the businesses are thriving, and we just want to call out the community so that we collaborate, we foster a culture of collaboration within the community members, so that we set a community that can be a role model community in this Nairobi. We know Laksama is a low-key estate. So many people have not heard of Laksama, but I believe this is where we have so many homegrown talent. And by doing this, we want to create an avenue or give a platform for all those who are aspiring or those who dreams to have maybe to do something in the future that needs support. And the talent we see now is what we call creative talent. Creative in a way that now we see most of the programs that are being pushed by the government, starting with Talanta Ella. Talanta Ella program is a good initiative, but what the focus shifts again to sport, music, and maybe athletics. But we forget there are those who are very creative. They need just support, like you do to the athletics, like we do to other sports. We need to come to recognition that there are talent in this street, and those who are pushing their policies in the Talanta Ella, please, we ask you, we humbly request the CS for sport, Ababu na Mwamba, to recognize this talent. This is one of our own. As a Laksama resident, we are proud of him. We are asking everyone, including Governor Sakaja, anyone who can come along to help these guys so that he can also realize his dreams. Thank you.
Sawa. Ni aje Jose, naitwa Alan ama Ali ama Fishes. Mi najua Glen manze kutoka kitambo manze, msa anachora manze, anachora kila kitu manze, anachora kwa mapepa nini, ni msako talented manze. Naomba tu msupport, hata kama ni gava ama nini, kwenye mnaweza ingilia msupport hasa. Wanafanya graffiti, juu wenyewe wanafanya street na kwa smart car ngori manze. Naomba support ni pia mawasanii, waimbaji wa nini, wamejaa kwa street wengi. Hawa wenye mnaona kwa TV bado hawafiki huku mtaani. Huku mtaani talent imejaa manze, na Glen Glen amfanya wonders manze, wonders. Unafuatu mkam lakini mcheki yenyewe huyu msa amefanya kazi bwana. Amechora hadi Kibaki, amechora Olunga. Hata watu wengine wajua Olunga bado. Olunga ni celeb, amechora celeb na hawajamuona hata kando, hata katikati hawajamuona mahali popote bwana. Msaidieni huyu kijana, ona. Mta regret by the way. Amwezi jua huyu ndo anaweza uza hiyo. Unasikia watu wanauza mamita, mabilioni picha. Msaidieni huyu kijana, msupportini Daktari Okuta, IG kila mahali. Tunampenda. Huyo ni morio wetu. Ni artist, ana rap by the way, na anachora kirap. Mimi hata sijui nini shida yake, lakini naomba tu msaidie, msupport my youth. Vile inafaa tu manze.
Glen, you've been recognized by some of the businesses here in Lakisama.
Yeah.
One of them being Urban Cuts.
True.
Lakisama, one of the most prestigious,
Yeah, true.
barber shops. And I saw that you did a very good work for them.
Yeah.
We are now playing that particular job you did for Urban Cuts, and their phone contacts are also there for our viewers to see.
Yeah.
What message do you have for your current clients here in Lakisama, but even future clients all over the country, and of course all over the continent? What message do you have for them?
My message to my future clients and to my clients, because business is shangi. Yeah. Let's create that platform out there and that space for young creatives, not only me, but also the younger generation in Akuja. Okay. Let's create that platform and patia that chance and space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glen, the tourism industry in Kenya. Wazungu kuja sana Kenya kuangalia, wildlife safari, wanakuja kuona some of the, mineral destinations that we have.
True.
And even business tourism. Wewe kama street artist and a creative mind,
Yeah.
what message do you have to the tourism industry on how people like you can be incorporated to continue drawing the history of Kenya, but most importantly, the future of Kenya? What message do you have for them?
A message to the foreigners or the tourists rather. Yeah, kuna so many street art out there, So, and I believe each and every creative or artist atamaliza piece and atacha details. So to the tourists out there, whenever you see this art or masterpiece, you can always reach out, and let's create that platform once again, to create a larger market to the graffiti and art-wise at large. Yeah.
Glenn, thank you so much for creating time for us as the CEO Today Show. Thank you for bringing to life some of our legendary personalities.
It's a pleasure.
Conjestina Cheng, Michael Olunga, Mwai Kibaki, may his soul rest in peace. It is because of people like you that we have memories of them. From the CEO Today, we wish you well. We will continue to lobby for you at the government level, so that one day your story can be told.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That has been Glenn, anajiita daktari wa ukuta, alias Doctors of Walls. His story is inspirational, and he hopes that one day, as much as he has told people's stories, his too will be told. My name is Socrates. Subscribe, and I will see you soon.